Be me, 28-year-old female, car broke down on busy street last week. Standing next to obviously disabled vehicle with hood up. Dozens of cars pass by, nobody stops to help. Finally, female driver pulls over and offers assistance. Men used to always stop for stranded women. Assume guys just became less considerate over time. Start paying attention to how people respond to car trouble. Notice pattern where women help, but men keep driving, even when they clearly see someone struggling. Begin wondering what changed about male helpfulness. Visit friend whose car died in parking lot. Several men walking past, clearly notice situation. Make eye contact, but continue without offering assistance. Woman eventually stops and offers to call tow truck. Friend mentions this happening before. Guys seem afraid to approach women with car problems. Never thought about it from safety perspective. Ask male friend about stopping to help stranded drivers. Honestly, too risky to pull over for women I don't know. Explains how offering help could be misinterpreted. Might think I'm trying to take advantage of vulnerable situation. Describes climate where good intentions get questioned. Easier to avoid interaction than risk misunderstanding. Visit auto repair shop. Ask mechanic about roadside assistance. Used to help people broken down on highway. Now, liability issues make it complicated. Explains how helping strangers creates legal exposure. If something goes wrong during assistance, helper gets blamed. Insurance doesn't cover Good Samaritan situations. Business can't afford lawsuit from helping someone. Professional mechanics avoid roadside help due to liability. Attend family gathering, ask uncle about changing social norms. Stopped offering rides to female coworkers years ago. Describes incident where helpful gesture was misinterpreted. Gave colleague lift to repair shop. She told people I asked her out. Workplace gossip created uncomfortable situation for months. Learned that being helpful can damage reputation. Now strictly avoids any situation that could be misconstrued. Notice this at airport when flight gets delayed. Male passengers don't offer rides to stranded women. Everyone calling taxis or ride shares individually. Used to be that people shared transportation in emergencies. Now, gender mixing seen as potentially problematic. Observe college campus during transportation issues. Shuttle broken. Students need rides to off-campus jobs. Male students with cars not offering rides to female classmates. Even though they clearly have space in similar destinations. Female students asking other women for transportation help. Gender-segregated solution to practical problem. Speak with rideshare driver about passenger dynamics. Much more careful about who I pick up now. Female passengers sometimes make accusations about drivers. Describes how rating system can destroy careers instantly. One complaint about inappropriate behavior ends driving income. Not worth risk of helping women who might lie later. Professional drivers becoming selective about female passengers. Visit friend's workplace during parking crisis. Construction eliminated half the parking spaces. Male employees not offering carpool arrangements to women. Drive separately, despite identical commute routes. Female employees organizing their own transportation groups. Workplace community fractured along gender lines. Ask HR director about company carpool policies. Discourage mixed-gender ride-sharing for liability reasons. Creates potential harassment situations we want to avoid. Company actively prevents efficient transportation sharing. Legal concerns override practical solutions and environmental benefits. Attend university where students discuss transportation safety. Female students warned about accepting rides from men. Never get in car with male student you don't know well. Safety messaging treats male assistance as inherently dangerous. Creates atmosphere where help becomes suspicious. Male students absorb message that offering rides seems predatory. Natural helpful impulses suppressed by safety education. Visit neighborhood during community emergency. Power outage affecting several blocks. People need transportation. Male neighbors avoid offering rides to female neighbors. Even longtime community members maintain careful distance. Emergency situation doesn't override learned caution. Observe medical appointment scheduling challenges. Elderly woman struggling to arrange transportation. Male neighbors clearly available but not volunteering assistance. Female volunteers organizing ride network for medical appointments. Gender-specific solution to transportation inequality. Speak with volunteer coordinator about ride services. Prefer female drivers for female passengers when possible. Reduces potential for complaints or misunderstandings. Even charitable organizations segregate by gender. Efficient resource allocation sacrificed for risk management. Research ride-share safety policies and driver training. Discover extensive protocols for avoiding harassment allegations. Drivers taught to minimize conversation and physical proximity. Dashboard cameras required to document all interactions. Professional helping relationship treated as potential crime scene. Technology solutions replacing human community assistance. Visit automotive association during roadside assistance training. Learn how liability concerns changed emergency response. Good Samaritan laws provide limited protection. Civil lawsuits proceed regardless of criminal charges. Roadside assistance professionals protected by corporate policies. Individual helpers face personal financial exposure. Legal framework discourages community mutual aid. Attend town hall meeting about public transportation issues. Elderly residents struggling with mobility challenges. Male community members clearly capable of helping. But formal volunteer programs require background checks and training. Bureaucracy preventing simple neighbor helping neighbor solutions. Administrative burden eliminating spontaneous community support. Speak with insurance agent about liability coverage. Helping strangers creates significant financial exposure. Even successful assistance can result in injury claims. Auto insurance doesn't cover passenger injuries during helping. Homeowner policies exclude coverage for volunteer activities. Rational people avoid uninsured financial risks. Community assistance dying due to liability concerns. Observe workplace dynamics during transportation emergencies. Male employees reluctant to offer rides home during weather. Don't want anyone getting wrong idea about intentions. Even emergency situations don't override social caution. Female employees organizing their own transportation networks. Practical problems solved through gender-segregated solutions. Visit Friends Church during community service project. Transportation needed for elderly congregation members. Male volunteers avoid offering rides to female members. Pastoral staff organizing gender-matched transportation pairs. Religious community adapting to contemporary social anxieties. Service opportunities limited by interaction concerns. Attend college orientation about campus safety. Male students explicitly warned about offering rides. Could be misinterpreted as predatory behavior. Helpful gestures redefined as potential harassment. Educational institutions teaching men to avoid assisting women. Social education eliminating traditional masculine helpfulness. Research dating culture impact on everyday interactions. Discover how romantic misinterpretation affects platonic helping. Men worried that assistance will be seen as romantic interest. Women suspicious of male motives for offering help. Dating anxiety contaminating non-romantic social interaction. Simple transportation help becomes complex social negotiation. Visit automotive emergency training course. Learn how professional helpers protect themselves legally. Extensive documentation required for all assistance provided. Witnesses necessary for any interaction with female drivers. Emergency response bureaucratized to prevent allegations. Professional standards eliminating spontaneous community assistance. Speak with legal aid attorney about Good Samaritan protections. Laws provide minimal protection against civil lawsuits. Helping someone can bankrupt you through legal system. Even innocent assistance creates financial vulnerability. Rational risk assessment favors avoiding helping altogether. Legal system punishes community cooperation. Observe social media impact on helping behavior. Stories about helpful men being accused of ulterior motives. Viral posts about predatory assistance behavior. Social media amplifying suspicion while ignoring genuine help. Online harassment campaigns against men who offer assistance. Digital mob justice discouraging real-world helpfulness. Visit family court during community service assignment. Learn how false allegations impact community involvement. Men avoiding volunteer activities due to accusation risks. Community organizations struggling with male volunteer shortages. Social services suffering from gender participation imbalances. Fear of allegations eliminating male community engagement. Attend neighborhood watch meeting about community safety. Male residents reluctant to offer assistance to female neighbors. Don't want to seem like I'm stalking or bothering anyone. Community safety suffering from interaction anxieties. Mutual aid networks fragmented by gender-based suspicions. Neighbor helping neighbor replaced by professional services. 6 months of observation reveals systematic pattern. Men stopped offering rides due to legitimate liability concerns. Not selfishness, but rational response to risky environment. Helpful behavior criminalized through legal and social changes. Community assistance destroyed by accusations culture. Women's safety messaging inadvertently eliminated male helpfulness. Learned that decline in male assistance is defensive behavior. Protection against misinterpretation and false allegations. Legal system and social attitudes make helping dangerous. Rational men choose self-protection over community service. Traditional masculine helpfulness systematically discouraged. Start questioning assumptions about male helpfulness, decline. Not character deficiency, but environmental adaptation. Social changes eliminated safe ways for men to help women. Community cooperation, casualty of gender war dynamics. Both sides lose when helping becomes suspicious. Begin observing my own reactions to male assistance offers. Notice automatic wariness when men approach with help. What does he really want? Default assumption. Contribute to problem by viewing help as potentially threatening. Male helpers sensing female suspicion and avoiding interaction entirely. Realize solution requires rebuilding social trust. Demonstrate appreciation rather than suspicion for genuine help. Signal that assistance welcome rather than threatening. Community cooperation requires mutual vulnerability and trust. Both genders must choose connection over protection. Learned that men don't offer rides because helping became dangerous. One false accusation can destroy reputation and finances. Rational people avoid activities that could ruin their lives. Women created environment where male assistance seems predatory. Then wonder why helpful behavior disappeared. Community mutual aid destroyed by litigation, culture, and gender suspicion. Social trust requires demonstrating safety for helpers, not just protection for those being helped.